I'm Isaiah Glass and I'm in seventh grade.
My name is Amy Schmidt, and I am the principal at Hoover Middle School.
I met him, he was in the hallway, and I think he was in a new environment, so he was getting used to the school. And I introduced myself. I said, hey, I'm Mr. Ross. If you need anything, I'm here to help, so that's how I first met him.
I first met Isaiah last January when he became enrolled at Hoover Middle School as a student in my exploratory class.
And so I smiled because I was like, okay, this is a kiddo that I want to make sure I connect with, because he kind of put up a really hard front at first, and I knew that he probably had a lot going on.
His self-awareness, that I think he see his growth. Like he know, like, for example, he's just, a sixth grader. Sometimes he wouldn't want to go to class, and we would have to, have those conversations of why he needs to be in class. But now he's going to class. He's sitting there. He's answering questions. He's getting himself involved. So I just think him coming from a different city to Waterloo was he struggled a little bit, but now he's showing growth.
One of my fears would be that if Isaiah hadn't come to a Leader in Me school such as Hoover, one of the biggest misses he could have had was to see the positive impact that he can have on himself and others, in the sense that we try and really create authentic, real opportunities for students to develop leadership skills, and we purposely put that into our school. And I feel that being a part of Hoover, we have given him those opportunities to grow and develop as a person as well as a student in our building.
But what I do know Leader in Me has provided for him at Hoover is additional opportunities to showcase his leadership skills that maybe wouldn't have been drawn out in other schools. Last year in particular, after we kind of built our relationship with him, he co-facilitated and helped another 8th grade student sponsor an event for a student that we have at Hoover that has a terminal illness. He put on and supported a dodgeball tournament with all of our students, and he helped organize it. He helped make the t-shirt, design the t-shirt for it, and along the way, he became the student's really close friend. And so I think if without having some of those opportunities and leadership jobs, roles within our school, if other schools didn't have that, I'm not sure that you would ever get to see all those things that Isaiah has to offer. He looks out for people, and I think that is something that is definitely that's innate in him, and I'm so happy knowing the experiences that he has had, that he is open to showing that to others and loving others.
One of the things that I recognize with Isaiah's leadership is not only his helpfulness, but also in terms of his effort, in terms of what he's doing with his own personal choices each day, and the fact that he's really having a positive impact on the learning environment and the social emotional well-being of other students. He's a friendly kid. He gets along with a lot of people. He's one who likes to cheer up others and brightens others' days. So in terms of leadership quality, he's an all-around just a good kid who wants to do the right thing.
Now he's being an example. Like he can, once he started telling his story, he can reach out to his peers. It's like, I used to do A, B, and C, but look at me now.
I believe the power of the Leader in Me concept in schools is enormous. It really gives students a chance to empower themselves to make positive choices for themselves, their classrooms, their community, the world as a whole. I think the Leader in Me does a fabulous job of creating purposeful, meaningful activities that students can then develop themselves in the whole being, not just academics, but the fact that they can take these skills that they already have, recognize their strengths, and find ways to voice it in the world, to put themselves out there and make a bigger, better change.
How come you think that's important?
Because it's important so they could listen to their peers and they could come like me one day.
Isn't this story of Leader in Me impact remarkable? As we reflect on 10 years of Leader in Me in the Cedar Valley, we know that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of impact stories like the one you just heard. What started out with 2 pilot schools in 2010 has grown into 23 Leader in Me schools in 6 districts around the Cedar Valley. Our ambitious goal is to extend the reach of leadership to all Cedar Valley schools and over 18,000 students each year. This work could not be done without the support of our community. We want to thank all of our partners and donors who believe in the merit of this important leadership work and who have invested in our next generation of leaders. Please partner with us in our efforts to shift the leadership landscape of the Cedar Valley and change lives through leadership.